Good afternoon, boys and girls. So what I have for you today is this wooden flower picture frame. So what you are going to need for this is obviously the wooden flower picture frame, paintbrush. My paintbrush is purple because purple is my favorite. Some paints. So I have 3 primary colors. That's probably all I'm going to use because I want to blend my own paints. And then you can use crayons, you can use markers, you can use whatever you want for this. I'm just going to use paints because I have them and they're easily accessible. Also, because I am using paints, I have this piece of cardboard that I put down so that we don't get anything dirty. Okay, so let's begin. So to begin this, I'm going to flip this over and then twist these little prongs, take out these 2 inserts. So there's a clear plastic one and this little wood one. So we're gonna set those off to the side right over here so you can see them. And then as you can see, here is our picture frame. It is hollow on the inside. And I think I'm just gonna do the front and maybe the edges on this one. But first, I'm going to start with the bottom. So I'm going to take some red and then just start mixing. So I'll fast forward through the painting of the bottom part so you all don't have to sit here and watch this whole thing, all right? That was bad, but what are you gonna do, right? So I have a paintbrush here. I'm just gonna wipe this off on my paintbrush. I mean, things like that are gonna happen, right? Nothing you can do about it. All right, so let me start fast forwarding now. Okay, so I've done my pot, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this color and try to lighten it just a little bit to put a highlight line on my pot. Let's see how it works out. It might not work out at all, but that's okay. I mean, experimenting is part of the fun, right? Oh, that was a lot of paint. All right, we can make it work. Oh yeah, we can definitely make it work. I mean, we're probably not gonna use all that paint, right? Yeah, I'm gonna switch. So I have the color I want. Switch paintbrushes. Yeah, I think that works. That looks good. All right. So I'm going to move on to the stem. And that is going to need to be green. So green is blue and yellow. So paint is either additive or subtractive, is that correct? Yes. So may have to add a lot more paint than we would want to get green. See, because some colors are just stronger than other colors, so here you can tell that the blue is overpowering, so we'll need more yellow. There we go. Now we got a proper green. Okay. So I'm gonna touch up the very bottom after it dries a little bit with the smaller brush. Just because this is acrylic, it shouldn't take very, very long to dry. But let's see, is it still tacky? It's just a tiny bit tacky, so I might actually be able to do it. And like I said, if you don't have these materials, that's okay. You can use markers or crayons or whatever you have available. You could even cover this in glue and use paper, like wrap this in paper. That would work too. So don't feel you need to do it the way I'm doing it. Remember to make this your own, and that's gonna be great. Whatever you make is gonna be amazing. All right, boys and girls, so my battery died, but it's okay. I don't think you missed very much, but in case the battery died before I got to it, what I did was I put a little more yellow over here. And now I'm just adding some highlight lines to my leaf, just like that. Just to give it a little, you know, pizzazz. And also to, you know, break up the colors a bit. There. So there's my little leafy leaf. Okay. So, should I do it on the back? I think I should do it on the back. I'm not gonna do the center stem on the back. Or maybe I will. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now that that's done, I need to paint my flower. I'm probably just gonna go, oh no, look, there's still spots up on the top. And yes, I am using the same green, but I figure I might as well give this stem a little variety in color. Since plants aren't typically uniform in their color. But even then, I still have a little of that original green right over here. So like you see, I got, let me wipe this off. I got some on the leaf. I can just go back and fix that right up. Okay. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and we'll come back and then finish this up. So I'll be right back when this is dry. See you in a second. Okay, boys and girls, so we are back. And it looks like my paint is dry for the most part. There's still a couple little bits right here that haven't completely dried, but that's okay. So, now, as you can tell, I'm using multiple brushes, but that's because I didn't bring a cup with water. But if you have a cup with water, go ahead and do that. I think I'm just gonna do this top part paint. If you remember, I had this paintbrush sitting here. And I had this brush sitting here, so I'm just gonna use a lot of the paint that was sitting on this brush. And you see how little bit of paint just goes a long way. Let's see, and I'm just gonna finish this off. I should do the sides and back too. So, okay, so I have the picture frame for the most part painted. I'm gonna wait for it to dry and then swivel the little clips and finish it up. And while that is drying over here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this little backing part. And there shouldn't be too much to that. In fact, let's just put a little bit of paint right directly on this. All right, there we go. And I'll be back momentarily to finish this up. All right, boys and girls, so we are back once again. And here is our finished painted flower pot. Now I did swivel the little plastic bits and I painted in the spaces. So now all you need to do once this is completely dry is put in your little plastic bit and then put the backing right in there, and that's it, and you're done. So you might not even have to wait for this to dry if you did this with crayons or you did this with markers, because I did this with paint. I do, unfortunately, but that's it. That was this craft. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I hope to see some super amazing painted wooden picture frames. Everybody have a good one. Bye.